Can you think of anything more exciting, Dee, than for us to go watch Meri speed date?
Yeah, I can think of a lot of things more exciting.
Well, imagine how Jenn must feel. This is Sister Wives, Season 20, Episode 2. Welcome to Speed Dating.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Welcome to Remote Reality. This is Lauren.
And this is Dee.
And this is Sister Wives. Dee said watching Meri speed date is how exciting?
Not as exciting as polishing my nails or maybe cutting my dog's nails. She is like snooze fest.
Probably just as she's hilarious. She has the funniest personality. She's so freaking funny. Dee, what are you talking about?
I don't know, but I wanted to laugh my own ass off when she said she was hilarious. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Jenn's more funny than her.
We started this episode with Meri getting to the speed dating. Why are they rehearsing so much? What about just be yourself, Meri? What are we rehearsing?
Well, and most of those questions probably wouldn't be asked. I mean, seriously, someone's going to ask you what kind of superpower you would like to have if you could have a superpower. No, I don't think so.
Okay, Jenn said she'd be invisible, but we could still smell you, Jenn. We could still hear you.
That was a weird, I would want mind control or something like that. Like if you're going to have a superpower, let's make it good.
Time travel,
yeah,
which could be real. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and the space-time continuum and Einstein's theories, and it's just so interesting.
It is.
Travel.
I remember the first time I watched RoboCop. I mean, that was years ago. And I was like,
yeah, in the 90s, the early 90s.
Yeah, I was like, that would be so interesting. But then all of the things even with Back to the Future, trying to keep track of changing the timeline from present to future and past and all of that stuff. I was just like, that would be so hard.
There was this one guy that went on this online forum, and it was in 2001, early 2001. And he said he was from the year 2036. And some of the stuff he said was very interesting. He said we were going to have a civil war, but that was supposed to happen in 2015. Let's we dodge that. But what he did say was that when you go back in time, when you move forward, you're creating a parallel universe. So the universe that you create moving forward is different than the one you came from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Pretty cool. I was listening to some physicists talk about it. But all right. Anyway, yeah, there are a lot cooler superpowers than Harry Potter's invincibility cloak. No hate on Harry Potter. I feel like this is very production driven. First of all, I've never speed dated, but I wonder if the questions were there to keep the conversation flowing for the cameras.
Maybe.
Meri, it almost seems like she's kind of forced into this awkward interview situation with Jenn for a storyline. Because why would she practice? She's 54 years old. Why would she be practicing? Just be yourself. I'm only 41 and I don't give a F.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. At my age, I don't give a shit either. I'd be I would probably throw actually my worst self out there. And then if they actually did like me, I'd be like, yeah, this is a keeper.
Good.
I'm not going to be trying to be good. I'm just going to throw my worst everything.
Even if you were Meri.
I can't even put myself in Meri's shoes sometimes. I'm just like, my ass ain't that dumb.
But what hobby does she want? She wants to fly an airplane? We just go right from crocheting to flying airplanes?
I would not even get in a plane with Meri if she was flying it. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I would get in one with her if she was on it. Jenn is also asking and answering the questions. She asks where Meri wants to go, and Meri says Greece. And she's like, because it's fun. Jenn tells her why she wants to go to Greece. And then with this superpower, I don't think Meri even answers. Invisibility was Jenn's. She answers her own question, even though she's not dating. And then one of the questions that she's pre-rehearsed with Meri is to ask the person what crimes, plural, have they committed, because she doesn't want them just picking the best one. All right, listen, folks. If Meri Brown can crack somebody in 10 minutes of investigation on a date, put her in the FBI. I mean, this stuff takes hours. if you've ever seen police interviews, they aren't just oozing out all of their secrets in 10 minutes. So this sounds like the dumbest question to ask in 10 minutes to get to know somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I was like, why would you even ask that question? Like you can do your own, like if you're meeting somebody and you're like, oh, I really like this person, I'm going to start going out with them. I mean, you can actually do background checks now yourself. So
right, just get to know them.
Yeah,
which
why waste
she
the 10
kind of
minutes?
seems to say she's doing. It's weird. Meri says, I'm not looking for a spark. I just want to make sure I can have good conversation. But then you see her trying to converse with her best friend, Jenn, and Jenn's having to answer her questions for her.
And coach her how the best to answer them.
This is just such a train wreck. Now, did you see the huge crowd this thing brought in? Like all 10 people?
I was kind of surprised because I'm like, this is Salt Lake City, right? Isn't that where they went? Was the Salt? And that's like the capital, isn't it, of Utah? Salt Lake
I
City,
wonder
Utah?
if it was just kind of limited to the people who would sign a waiver to be on it. Since they have to be in front of the camera, maybe some people turned away. At first, they said it was going to be 6 minutes in episode 1, and now it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's almost like some people didn't want to be on camera, dropped out, and they got more time.
I definitely would have expected a much larger crowd. And honestly, the cameras didn't pan around to the other people in the room. Like, you only saw the men that sat down at her table with her.
Yeah. And then just, kind of the background. Like, there was this one lady wearing a black T-shirt with some white lettering. And
that was about it.
She has decided not to just bring up her poly past unless it comes naturally. Again, 10 minutes. Just go with the flow. Just see if you can have a conversation with this person. What a disaster.
It's a shit show.
It's going to be fun. But, cutting your dog's nails, fine.
Yeah.
I'm bored for Jenn. Jenn's sitting there wearing a trench coat like she's some sort of spy. And why would you bring your friend? You're so codependent on Jenn that you have to have a buddy for your speed date?
It's a buddy system.
Warning, guys. She can't even leave her best friend to go on a date.
She'll probably take Jenn on the first date with whoever she picks here, too.
It's got to be production driven. It has to. This just has to be, nobody will talk to Meri except Jenn. We've got to have some sort of storyline. Go out on a date and have your married friend spy.
Let's do some speed dating. We'll have Meri's speed date. Wonder what's next for her. Wonder what other kind of dating stuff do they have out there for people?
Online. Let's see her go on Tinder.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Maybe they'll put her on Tinder.
Watch her swipe and meet.
Let's just go put her on Tinder ourselves. We can do that. Just take her picture, put it on there. See what kind of reactions we get.
This feels too involved like Jenn. I'm not that motivated.
I have thought about doing it though before, just as a joke. Like, me and my friends get together and get like our high school pictures and stick them on there.
Okay, everybody, D talking about catfishing you. So if you come across her Tinder profile,
just so we can mess with people. No, I would never get on any of that stuff.
You're not that motivated either.
No, I am not motivated to do it. Let alone
you would start to pick up your phone and then you'd look at your wine and be like, nah, we're just going to Netflix and chill. I don't want to talk to these people.
I need to wash my hair tonight. Sorry.
I got dogs to cuddle. Kody and Robyn. It's been 2 years. Cody's just gonna add them to the title, says Janelle. It's not that easy. As we get into it, we realize that Janelle and Meri have hired attorneys. The attorneys are likely the ones who are telling Janelle to reach out by email and try to get it worked out so that they're building a written record.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out Meri drops the legal word to Kody, and all of a sudden he comes to the table ready to divide up the property. But he's not even going to talk to them about it because he's mad that they're getting attorneys involved.
Well, I mean, he's dragged his feet forever.
He sat here and tried to assert power over property that they paid good money for, and they all had an intent to purchase. And all of a sudden, when you could have a judge involved, he's going to roll, and he's mad. That's why he's not talking to Meri. This is why Janelle has to FaceTime Meri. But the way he's spinning it is, oh, I want to be fair. I just don't know what to do. No, he got threatened with a lawsuit.
I think he's been dragging his feet maybe because of Robyn, or he's using Robyn as an excuse.
He's dragging it so he has some sort of control because he's a control freak.
Right, but Robyn's not been wanting to sell it either.
Well, I think that's made up.
Yeah.
I think they are looking for a storyline because, like Janelle says, Robyn basically lives on Coyote Pass. She lives in a property that looks down on Coyote Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it make a difference? What family, like she wants a place for her kids and Cody's kids, which she says are kids and your kids. So she's obviously talking about the adult children who don't really want anything to do with Cody. And I feel like we're skipping ahead here, but that's fine. We can talk about this whole thing. Space. They say that if they have this space, they will come. Robyn and Cody, you have had the biggest house out of anybody on this show. And are they over there with you? No. So space isn't the issue. You have the most space in your house over Janelle, Christine, and Meri. And they're not there. So space is not solving this problem.
That's not the issue. Cody's
not
the issue. And Robyn's the issue. I think there's a lot.
They're the issue.
Yeah. They
just don't want to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody's cutting up firewood. He's always cutting trees down. And Robyn walks up and said, that smell always reminds me of Montana. Why do I feel like she's not referencing the trees? And it probably is that Cody smells like horse manure. He's full of it.
He's not only full of it, he smells like it.
Yeah, reminds her of home. And when she says she's struggling to let go of a dream, I'm like, you mean let go of the deed? Did you pronounce deed wrong? Say dream? It's deed.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to let go of this money. They have a legal, like pure legal title interest in this property that way exceeds the other people. She's not wanting to live there. She's just struggling to let go of the thing that gives her money if she sells it. The deed, not the dream. The dream's been gone.
Yeah. Well, and it could be a little bit of pettiness too. You know, she might look at the land as the one thing that she has control over because they've completely changed this life that she wanted without her having any say. And this is the only thing she's got any say over.
I've got to wrap my head around Robyn actually wanting this life.
Well, I don't feel like over the years that she has acted like someone who wanted this life.
Right.
She's always been a divider and separator to me in the things that she says in interactions.
And Janelle is spot on when she says they keep turning it around and making themselves the victims. You see it here. Robyn's saying there's a lot of miscommunication going on. This isn't miscommunication. This is an intentional attempt to hurt somebody with your words. It's these little firecrackers, pop, 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 pop. That's not a miscommunication. That's, I meant to say something to hurt you, and I did, and now you're firing back. But let's phrase it as miscommunication, and maybe someone won't think that deep into it. Huh? Have you met me? I think that deep into everything. Now, you know how editing is. You know that they put clips in from they're talking about something, and they want it to look like something else. So this part where Cody says, Robyn would never let me do anything naughty, as bad as he wants to do it. And he makes this crazy face.
I put down demonic face. Like it really looked demonic.
I don't think they're talking about the property.
I don't think they are.
I think he's talking about some kinky shit. She's probably locking his nuts in a cage and whipping him like you're bad. I'm not going to let you be a bad boy. I think she's punishing him. I think they took that out from Cody talking about when he realized that physical touch was his love language because of something Robyn did. Boom. That's it.
Yeah. She's putting those dog collars on him, you know, with dragging him around by the little leash.
Boy.
Yeah.
Here's a corn dog. Yeah, I don't think this fit in the Coyote Pass conversation. This was definitely him talking about getting bad with Robyn.
Yeah, insinuating something different.
I think so. What do you think, General Surfers? Because he wasn't trying to do anything bad. He was just trying to be fair if we're talking to Cody about Coyote Pass. And then when Robyn says she needs to get over this, no, you just need to stop acting like you care because you don't. And you're not a good actor. These are fake tears. Your eyes aren't even red. Your mascara isn't even running. Your face is completely dry. And then it goes right away. Just stop acting. Just give it up. And then her like little cutesy answers or gaggy answers. Like when she says she's struggling to let go of the dream. Well, Cody tells her that's what she means. And she goes, I scared. Like a baby voice. What the heck is happening? What alternate universe are they living in?
Well, maybe she's trying to get some public sympathy or change people's minds about.
I'm scared. Sympathy me. All right, enough about those clowns. Meri, let's go back to that circus. So Meri's hilarious. What did you think of her joke about wanting a 6-foot man? That's so funny.
I didn't see anything funny.
Well, she said she was just joking.
I don't understand why it was a joke. Like,
you have no sense of humor. She is hilarious. She's just joking. She wants a 6-foot man. Or she wants a 6-foot dick. I don't know. She wants a 6-foot man, and it's funny.
6 foot. She wants something to be.
She wants 6 foot of bubble tape. So the first guy that comes up is Lee. And he's struggling to answer these questions as much as she was with Jenn.
Is he the one that, like, it was just like one word responses for anything
it was.
She asked? Like, that was such a difficult conversation.
I don't think he was into it. He was not feeling it. He was looking at these cameras like, I want to talk to that girl behind you, but I got to get through this table first.
I was going to say, he's not looking at her or the cameras. He's looking at the clock. Tick tock. Guy
number 2, I thought he was very charming. He opened it up with, you're the celebrity here. Mm-hmm. I've been married twice, but only once at a time. She gets so offended.
I thought it was a great joke.
I thought it was hilarious, but she can't take a joke about herself. And she gets so upset that he's teasing about the way her family was. Like, you've left that. You don't seem to totally agree with that lifestyle anymore. Mm-hmm. Are you looking for a guy that wants more than one wife at a time? Because he's telling you, I haven't done that. But she has such a good sense of humor, just not if it's a joke about her.
Absolutely not. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a great thing. He probably sat there and thought, what can I say to her to break the ice? And came up with that joke. And then he got the reaction that he did.
And do you really think he knows who she is? Or do you think he saw the cameras, asked somebody, they said she was on some show, married to a guy with a bunch of wives, and now they're divorced and she's dating. And he's like, boom, I got to do.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I don't think that there's that many guys that know anything about sister wives.
Rob used to watch it with me until he said all they do is fight about land. He was like, are we watching this? Didn't this happen last week? Yeah, all they do is fight about land.
Yeah, my Rob would have been like, what? What show? Oh, that's bullshit, when I told him what it was.
And then Meri's so offended and pissed off that this guy doesn't accept her, that doesn't know her. Like, you don't know him. You wrote him off after 3 minutes.
She probably was already in a mood because he didn't look like he was 6 foot anything.
Oh, he looked tall.
No, I thought
No, Jeff had the blue shirt on, and at one point they pull back. He looked like one of the tallest ones there.
Oh, see, I thought the last one she talked to looked like the tallest.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember this. Man, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Channel surfers, let us know. I thought I saw him looking. He was like a big dude. He had this blue like button-down shirt on. The last guy had a white shirt on.
Yeah, I thought the last one was the one she liked. The one,
but she wouldn't write them off if they don't have a 6 foot.
Anything.
They just have to have a personality and be able to hold a conversation. They just can't make any jokes that might offend her or relate to her. Let's just stay away from the red blazer jokes and how she's a giant red flag. Just stay away from those today, okay? No, you look like a red flag jokes, because she's not going to like that. And then her little spy girl, Jenn, is going to come out with her Inspector Gadget laser beams, and you're going to end up in handcuffs in a gadget mobile. Right. Did you notice on her name tag that she dots her eye with a circle?
I thought it was a heart.
It might have been a heart.
I think she put a heart over the eye.
It was not a dot. It was a doodle.
It was some kind of doodle, but I thought it was a heart.
It was straight out of middle school. And at first I thought, oh, well, maybe some high schooler or college kid is helping write the name tags. But then I looked at John's name tag. I was like, no. Or Jeff's. I was like, no, that dude definitely wrote that. That is a dude handwriting. That's like my handwriting. Yeah, no. It's very, do you doodle on your signature?
When I do my name, my signature? No. But like if I'm doing...
Do you draw little hearts around your name?
No, but like if I'm, like for example, if I'm giving somebody a birthday card, I'll put happy birthday on the envelope, and then I'll do like a line underneath and end it like with a little heart at the end of the line. It's just, or happy faces. Yeah.
See, this is what I did this weekend. We had 2 birthday parties that my son went to. I just got a Sharpie. I wrote 2 in the kid's name and then a heart in Jake's name on the gift. There was no card. It was a Sharpie. And I just wrote a heart because it's shorter than love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Maybe she thought that the heart dot or the doodle dot would be like a conversation piece.
Maybe she thought it would lure the right guy. Bitch. The guy she was most attracted to was the youngest one, the 37-year-old. So it worked. If you were looking for the guy closest to middle school age, boom, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, 37, it's a 17-year difference, but we're not talking about he's in third grade.
No, but I was just kind of wondering how in the world he ended up in that age group, period. Like,
have you met Usman from 90 Day?
Yeah, but what I'm wondering is does the speed dating have, like, does it cover, like, certain age brackets so that there's not a confusion or a mix of really young versus older people? Or, you know, can you specify what age group you want to speed date in? I don't know nothing about this.
Well, maybe he likes women that are more mature.
Well, that's
I
what
saw
was
something
saying.
the other day that said, like, the best women to date are middle-aged and divorced. You know what? Somebody's ringing my doorbell. And this happened earlier, and I walked outside on my balcony. I was like, hello, hello. They didn't do anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can find out who it is. We'll let the channel surfers know. This will be fun.
Okay.
Maybe somebody put out a real ghost for their Halloween decorations, because I just did it again. Walked up there. Hello, hello. Nobody, no cars, nobody walking down the streets.
That's bizarre, weird.
But I hear the Ring doorbell going off. I don't have access to that, though. I've never. I'm too lazy to even try to figure out the password and everything from Rob. I'm just like, whatever. We'll just check his phone at some point. But
okay.
Later. Yeah. I was just thinking about this, and one of my friends passed away about 7 years ago this past weekend, and it just reminded me of that because we were staying with my friend whose husband had passed, and one of the nights, one of our friends heard this knocking on the window at like 3 a.m. So I took my friend whose husband has passed to the grocery store. I was like, all right, let's get her out of the house so they can go. My friend, he like did all kinds of surveillance stuff, had cameras, and they were like, let's go look at surveillance footage to see what that knocking was on the window. And when I came back, they said nobody was there, but the street lights were flashing on and off. Which I was like, that kind of reminds me of that right now.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
He goes over here like, girl, I got something to say. He probably has something to say about Sister Wives.
Maybe he'll tell you what the next thing is that we should cover after Sister Wives and stuff's over. Give us hints. Lead us in the right direction. We're not doing affirmations today, that's for sure.
He would not be leading us in the right direction, D. If we're getting led in a direction with him, we're all going to be drunk and like doing something wild. It was always a wild time with my friend.
Oh, the only thing I've had interesting around here is a stray chicken. A stray chicken.
You got to tell me more about this stray chicken. I know there was a chicken in your backyard the other day, and you're trying to keep the dogs from chasing it.
Yeah, he comes and goes. Like he has free run of the neighborhood, so I never know when he's going to make his way back around. He likes inside my yard. The dogs have actually gotten used to him at this point. They just kind of look at him as he, pecks around the yard. But when he's inside the fence, I'm worried about him. I'm afraid the dogs will go out after him. So anyway, he's been hanging outside the fence. So today I was like, oh, I'm just going to go give him some corn. So I went and opened a can of corn and threw it out in the yard for him to eat.
So what you're telling us is you have a pet chicken.
Well, a stray pet chicken. Yeah.
What are you going to name your stray pet chicken? I don't have stray chickens in my neighborhood.
My cousin named him Roscoe. I don't know.
You named him?
Yeah, we named him Roscoe.
That's your chicken now.
I think it's a girl, but I guess there can be a girl Roscoe.
How can you tell if it's a girl or not?
I think they're girls if they're not roosters. I don't know. I'm probably saying something really ignorant and stupid right now.
No, that sounds right. I'm like, how can you tell?
Anyway, his name is Roscoe, and I decided, because I feel bad. There used to be 3 of them, and then there was 2, and then now there's just him. So I'm pretty sure something happened to the other 2 because they never went anywhere separated. So I was like, I'm just going to give him some corn, bless his heart. So I opened up a can of corn.
You better not be eating chicken for dinner next week.
I won't eat him.
God bless his heart. I'm out of his
I don't
misery.
eat the pets.
Oh my gosh, this just took a bad turn. It's all because of that doorbell. That's more interesting than Meri's speed dating, I'm sure. Now Cody used to speed date, but the way he speed dated isn't the same. He's like, I just got married to him really fast, so they didn't realize how horrible of a decision they made until later.
I thought the same thing too. It was like, he's not somebody who's throwing his worst self out there and see what attaches to it for sure.
Love bomb, get him in fast, and then 22 years later, suckers. Yeah, Robyn's on the other side of that 22 years at this point. She's getting close. Now, Mykelti and Tony, they're moving to North Carolina, and I saw on Facebook that somebody had seen them out in South Charlotte. So apparently they're living in Charlotte, which kind of makes sense. She said she'd be kind of a little farther away from Janelle, which if Janelle is living at the farm, I don't know if they're living at the farm or in Winston-Salem and they're planning on developing the farm. It's still like a 4-hour drive. And I pulled it up for us. It's a 5-hour drive from me and a 4-hour and 20-minute drive for you one way. So it would be a trip.
Yeah. If I'm going to drive 4.5 hours anywhere, it's going to be either to see my own kids or in the direction of Florida, probably.
Now, my family is from like the Virginia Beach area. So I looked, it would be about 2 hours from them. But then I have some family in North Carolina, which it's only an hour from them. And they're about to have a family reunion. My dad was talking about going. So now I'm like, should I go and drag my cousin out to Janelle's farm?
You definitely should. Road trip to the Janelle's farm. Video it for us.
See if we can run into him in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's the country, that part of North Carolina. There really would be no good excuse for me to be out there just wandering around your farm.
No, just flat out say, I'm stalking. I wanted to see your farm.
I'm not licensed in North Carolina. I'm going to have to get an attorney.
Yeah. Janelle might appreciate that. Just coming right out and saying it.
Unfortunately, I think that the family reunion might be next weekend, which it's kind of short notice with 2 dogs and a kid who's in school. So we'll see. But they're really close. Janelle, she's really close to Wilson, North Carolina, which has the best North Carolina barbecue. Best barbecue, Wilson. Anyway, Charlotte. Charlotte is where Tony and Mykelti are going. And Mykelti says Tony wouldn't let me be poly, so I've got to live near their cousins. What about just have friends? What about your kids just having friends?
Well, that's the way my kids pretty much had to grow up. But, you know, I have a huge family on my dad's side, so I was always with my cousins. So maybe because she had such a large family, that's the reason she's going in that direction.
I have a big family, but I don't live that close to any of them. So my son, he's growing up around his friends. Although yesterday he was around his second cousin, which they had that was really cute. They had fun. It just reminds me of the Seeking Sister Wife where, oh, I need somebody. I need a friend. Okay, well, get a friend. It's okay. Now, Christine saying that Mykelti lets Tony do chess for a living. Mykelti has any say in what Tony does for a living. As if Christine had any say in what Cody does, even for a night.
Yeah.
What is she talking about?
Yeah, kind of weird way to term it.
Super weird.
I'm assuming he's making money at it.
Well, he says he is. And I know he has a Twitch, which I follow him on Twitch, which that's like a gamer thing. I used to play Fall Guys and a few games, and we played with some of the streamers from Twitch, me and my friend Beth Norham. Now, here's a fun fact that I don't know any other podcast is going to bring you. Tony says they're moving to the chess capital of the world. I know that they're in Charlotte, so let me drop some facts on you from some people. Me and Dee used to live right near Charlotte, like 5 minutes from Charlotte. Charlotte, the nickname is called the Queen City. QC, Queen City. Why is it called the Queen City? Because the uptown, they don't call it downtown. When you're in Charlotte, it's uptown Charlotte, is designed after chess pieces. And for the longest time, the tallest piece was the Bank of America building, which is designed after the Queen piece, thus the Queen City. Now, it's probably been 15 years or more since they built the Duke building, which is now the tallest building, but that's why it's the Queen City, is because the Bank of America, designed after the Queen piece, was the tallest building. So, Queen City, chess capital of the world. I did not know that, but I did know it was designed after chess pieces. And if you look at the Charlotte skyline, you can kind of see which ones are which. Like, oh, look, that looks like a rook. Oh, that would be the bishop. I always enjoy that about Charlotte. Now, Kody did not come to see Mykelti and Tony in St. George before they moved across the country because he had stuff to do. Mykelti tried to play neutral and stay close to him. Now, they've got a lot going on. They've got 2 young kids. They're moving across country. I can see where they might have trouble packing up and coming to see you in Flagstaff, but carve out the time, get your ass off of Robyn's purple bed and go to St. George and see your kids and grandkids before they move across the country. What the?
That made no sense to me. I mean, and they were even like willing to meet Kody somewhere. Like he didn't even have to go all the way to where they were. Who says they don't have time? They can't find the time or change their plans to see their kids who are going across the country. And this is one of them that you guys actually got along with.
This is the one that tried to stay neutral and be on all sides.
She tried to negotiate pieces for several of them.
But he says that pretty much with all his adult children, it's just vitriol on their part. Do you blame them? Do you really blame them? When they're about to move from a few hours away to a week drive?
Yeah, it's sad. He just doesn't.
He has no empathy. He doesn't think about how he does. He does think about how other people feel. He thinks about how to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, but he just doesn't listen to them. Like if he wanted to repair these relationships, listen to what they're actually saying. Maddie was heartbreaking last week on that episode. I mean, she is so hurt.
All of these kids are heartbreaking. Yeah. It's like we said at the beginning. Kody has to do it his way. Splitting the land has to be done his way, which is why he's so pissed off they got lawyers, because he's lost the control. It has to be on his terms. The apologies have to be on his terms. That is a running theme this season, and we're only on episode 2. Honestly, it's been a running theme throughout the show. But lighten it up. Back to Meri's speed dating. So we're going to add to you have to be 6 foot tall. Or not have to, but, just have a conversation. That's all we're here to do. Also wants to travel, no cats, likes dogs. High standards. If we're not just going to sit down for 10 minutes and talk and see if we can have a conversation with somebody, what do you think for her bullet list here? Is she going to find Prince Charming? Likes dogs, 6 foot tall, can talk and wants to travel.
Not in that crowd.
Checking all the points.
Not
in that crowd. And what crimes have you committed?
Not in that crowd. No way. I think she's got some pretty high expectations for speed dating and a 10-minute conversation.
This is just to say hi to him. That's all. You're just there to say hey. You're not there to marry him, Meri. Ron looks like he takes care of himself. He's a good dresser. I didn't think so, but he had on like a half zip pullover sweater with nothing underneath it. I don't know. What did you think?
I thought that he was probably the nicer looking of the guys in her age group that she was talking to.
Which one was your favorite?
I did not have a favorite in that group. Sorry.
It was Jenn. Jenn was my favorite.
She was the highlight of the show. The speed dating.
Oh I'm just trying to wrap my brain around Jenn as the highlight of this. Okay. Anyway, he likes dogs. He likes to travel. He's 6 foot tall. Oh, he has a vision board.
She loved that he had a vision board.
Okay. I don't really know. Do you know what a vision board is? From what I know, you just like cut stuff out of magazines and paste it like you're in kindergarten onto a...
It's kind of like a visual bucket list. And if you have it, well...
Like stuff to do before you die?
No, not necessarily. Like if you have a goal, like a 5-year goal. So let's say... I know. Let's say...
I don't know. You guys are older. I'm like, maybe that's what a vision board looks like at 50.
Yeah, that's my bucket list. I just put it up so I can see it.
What's on your vision board, D?
I don't know. Honestly,
she's like, I don't.
At this point in my life, I don't care if it
wine. Boom, 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 and wine.
Yeah, my understanding,
and one of those cups that you can take to the beach with wine.
I have one of those.
Well, then see, you're already checking off your vision board.
I know. as far as I understand, I think the vision board is putting things on there like where you want to see yourself in 5 years. So someone who wants to buy a home, they would pick a home out, put it on the vision board. Somebody who wants, a 6-figure income, they would put it on the vision board. And then supposedly seeing it every single day, you can kind of like manifest what you want on the vision board.
We should make vision boards. Although I hesitantly say that because we tried to manifest your stuff on TikTok last week and the whole week was like
we tried
technology failures.
Our affirmations absolutely sucked.
That would be fun though. Do we want to make a vision board and share with the channel servers?
If you want to make a vision board, sure. We got plenty of time to do that too.
I want to right now, but
along with our legal work and the podcast, we have plenty of time for a vision board. Let's just go ahead and add some more shit to the list, Lauren.
Like what? So I don't have any magazines. Do you have to cut it out from magazines? Can I just ask ChatGPT?
Maybe you can just print some stuff out. Maybe you can do a digital vision board.
I'll think about it. This is going to turn out as bad as when I tried to draw Courtney like Colt did 90 Day Hunt for Love.
No, we said we could draw her better than him.
Yeah, but mine looked like a voodoo doll.
It did look like a voodoo doll. I was like, what the hell did you just draw?
And I had no idea.
And it didn't look like a voodoo doll. It looked like the shrunken heads that you could...
That's bad. That was like a throwback. I'll go watch 90 Day Hunt for Love. Actually, we have some shorts of it on our TikTok. Okay, we might do that. That might be hilarious. We'll see. Maybe not. Let me get into love languages, which... Meri, physical touch, and then gifts and quality time are equal. Ron, words of affirmation, and then physical touch. Sounds like Ron needs a lot of reassurance.
Sounds like somebody read a women's magazine of, how to answer questions by women. Who says words of affirmation? Like, that would not be in my top 10.
I mean, Rob... I would say his are acts of service and gifts.
See, I didn't even think gifts should be on the list. Like, it's such a superficial thing when you're talking love language, but I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Well, and to me, it's more like the thought behind it. It doesn't even have to be something nice. It could be like, I got you this creamer that I know you like at the store.
Oh,
it's just kind of like the acts of service. Sense. Yeah.
Like
I was you do something nice for them, or you think about them and you're like, here, I thought about you.
I was thinking that she meant
she might.
Gifts of, buying you a car or something.
And then probably just
jewelry. I wasn't thinking about the vacuum cleaner that I need.
I think it probably depends on the person, because I'm sure there's somebody that like this $5,000 ring ain't shit. I want the $10,000 one. 90 day the other way. Anyway, the most disgusting part of it was when Cody said, I had this one experience with Robyn and I learned that my love language is physical touch. And then TLC was like, nope, burn the cameras. Whatever happened after that cut, we cannot put that even on cable TV. That is going to have to go on the dark web. We don't know what that one experience is, but sometimes it's best not to know.
It'll probably show up on a porn site.
I don't even think it would be allowed there. I think this is like deep dark web stuff. There's some crazy stuff. It involves chickens. Do not let Roscoe see this.
No, not chickens.
I think so. Physical touch. I think so. Absolutely sure. Don't go looking for it, guys. Channel surfers, you need your eyes. Don't risk them looking for what TLC's hiding here.
Can't unsee it once you do.
They have to burn their whole camera equipment. Now, at the end of this super hot lava chicken date with Ron, Meri just like nails it. She's like, okay, cool. We live in opposite directions. Bye. Way to steal the deal, Meri.
Such a typical Meri thing.
And then Jenn comes up. She's like, I don't even know if I'm going to fill this out. And Jen's like, girl, I was working double time. I caught that man because he came in late. I bet Just Jenn went and pulled him off the street and was like, get in here. We need somebody that looks decent. Just take off your ring. Pretend you're not married. It's fine. She's been with guys that had wives before. She won't care. With her little like spy outfit on. But she's like, look, I talked this man up beforehand. I think he's the best fit for you there. And she's waffling. She's like, well, I really did like the 37-year-old, but he could be my kid because my kid's 29. And then Jenn says, look, I'll forge your answers. It's not against the law to forge your answers. Meri said, yeah, but we're in a church. And Jenn's like, that's not going to stop me. Fill it out if you want to be my friend. Yeah, we know it's not going to stop you, Jenn. You already said you wished you were invisible, so you could commit crimes. We know that being in a church isn't going to stop that. I don't know. What crimes do you think she's committing when she's invisible?
No. I don't think I'd be committing crimes. I'd probably be doing, like, funny stuff to people where they wouldn't, like, how did that happen? Who just pulled my hair, or something.
Start drawing a mustache on their face.
Yeah.
What? No, but she would commit crimes, and she's not afraid to forge Meri's dating profile in church. Jenn's a badass.
I like Jenn.
Jenn, if you ever get pulled over, you ever get arrested, don't talk. Just say you need an attorney. If you're in South Carolina, call me. Yeah, we're good. She's wild. I bet the wildest thing she does is make like candied jalapenos. Like, oh, I put some cinnamon in the strawberry pie. Ooh, spicy.
Oh gosh.
She's not going to forge that thing for Meri.
I'm
She
sorry.
says she would. She wouldn't even do that. But she will threaten her friendship, which if Meri doesn't fill it out, she's still going to be Meri's friend. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding?
True.
So Christine and David, they're ready to go cross country to move Mykelti. I love David. I love David.
He's hilarious. He
He
so
is
adorable.
so funny. They walk outside and there's this adorable little, is that Yorkie?
Yorkie. Yeah.
Christine's like, I've never seen that rat before. And David's like, oh, I'll take him. And she's like, no, do not touch that dog. So they're packing up and he grabs the dog and he walks over. He's like, he wants to go with us. She's like, no. So he goes and he puts the dog on a doorstep and rings it and runs.
It was a cute little doggy, too.
So cute. And Christine said she was sad. I was like, puppies make you happy, Christine. Puppies make you happy. At least they make Meri happy. Dogs don't make you happy. That's why you don't like Cody. But puppies make you happy. Actually, that was the dog. That was just a little dog. Anyway, yeah, dogs make you happy, too.
Mine do.
Mine do. Now, David says she's finally got somebody that will be at her beck and call, and she's going to take advantage of that. Because Cody wouldn't do anything, but now she's like, hey, David, don't touch that doggy. Hey, David, load up this truck. Hey, David, drive me across the United States of America.
Don't even ask. Just tells him to do it.
Well, his choice was to stay at home and do nothing or get to live the truck life, the trucker life for a week.
Breaker one.
And David's like, this dog would really have a great trip with us.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but we're not going to do that to him because polygamists eat dogs.
It was hilarious. I thought that was so funny when he told her that. He heard that polygamists eat dogs.
That was so funny. Oh, David. He's like, it's called Finders Keepers. Come in with us. Then he puts on Christine's sunglasses. Rob and I share sunglasses because we have the same prescription. Like, one of our eyes is 0.25 different, but it's the exact same in the others. I'm just like, well, whatever glasses I can find that have a prescription. Anyway, Act 2. We already kind of covered the Janelle and Meri ex-wives club. They're on chat having the conversation because Cody is throwing his little hissy fit that he fought the law and the law won. See, they didn't go to court. And this is why I know this part made me know that there were legal threats, because this is where Meri says, I mentioned having a lawyer. This is where they say the word settlement. Like they were letting him know we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the expensive route where you have to hire someone too, and you just end up spending money, maybe even paying for our legal fees, depending on what your jurisdiction allows. So Meri keeps saying Cody's afraid to talk to her. He's not afraid to talk to you, Meri. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He's not scared of you. He's just pissed.
And he said she nags too much. That's why he don't like to talk to her.
Now, Janelle said if there was a legal marriage, she would have taken his butt to court and gone after the marital property. States have different ways of determining marital property. There's a handful of states that are called community property states, where basically your assets and your debts become your spouse's assets and debts when you're married. In states like ours in South Carolina, it's property that you guys have acquired during the marriage. So like if you had a retirement account, anything added to that or earned on that after your marriage would be subject to being equitably proportioned marital property under a quadro. But it got me thinking, who would go after Kody and who wouldn't? Who really would be the best legal wife if he is trying to protect his assets? In retrospect, seeing everything that we see now, which marriage should have been legal? Well, not Janelle. We know she would have torn his butt up. Yeah. I'm thinking not Christine because she took him for child support.
Yeah, it definitely would have been Meri.
Right. Because you know that Robyn, she doesn't even want to let go of Coyote Pass because she don't want her name off the deed. He should have just stayed married to Meri because she's the one that probably would have rolled over the fastest, and like she did in their divorce, just let him have it.
Yeah.
Because when things split up with Robyn, I promise you she's going after that marital property.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mary's the only one that would have been a doormat for him.
Christine wants to know what North Carolina has that Utah doesn't. I made a little list. Can you think of anything?
Oh, my gosh. Well, let's see. We've got a variety of seasons. We've got all 4 of them covered.
I said we have beaches, which we're saying we're in South Carolina, but whatever.
Close
Half of y'all
enough.
probably think it's the same difference.
Close enough.
Close enough. Trees.
Yep. Mountains.
There are mountains in Utah.
Not like ours.
Bigger. Like snow-capped. Like, do they call it Sol after salt? Because when the conquistadors from Mexico came over to Utah, they saw the snow caps and they thought it was salt. I learned that when I went to Moab. Pro football, got the Panthers. Highly ranked colleges, Duke, Wake Forest, UNC. They have Brigham Young in Utah. But I think there's a lot of really good options in North Carolina for these kids.
You didn't mention Clemson.
That's not North Carolina.
Well, it's close enough. We when we started this conversation.
Well, why would I mention Clemson?
Yeah, but
I would say go Cox.
But when you started the conversation, you said, I know this is South Carolina. We're in South Carolina, but it's basically the same. So I thought I would just cover the ones for South Carolina as well. So we have the Gamecocks and we have the Clemson.
You started with Clemson. I heard you in your
Excuse me.
words.
I'm sorry I offended your cock sensibilities.
Sucker. North Carolina barbecue, which in my opinion is the best barbecue over there near where Janelle lives in Wilson. The vinegar base with some coleslaw and hot sauce. Ooh.
Chicken bog, which I know that ain't in North Carolina. That's down here, but
Low country boil. All right. Good Southern food. David, talking about Sharknado. Did you catch that? So,
because he wants to be a tornado chaser.
Well, I looked this up. Utah doesn't have many tornadoes at all. Like 2 or 3 a year. North Carolina has like 30, 31 a year. South Carolina, like 27 a year. Because we get some tornadoes every year. But Utah, it's extremely rare. So when they're driving into this funnel cloud, you can tell they've never really seen something like that before. But David starts talking about this movie, Sharknado. He's like, yeah, sometimes they have sharks in it. I've seen it. That movie, I think there's 2 of them. It has the guy that played Ian from 90210. What's his name?
Ian is his name.
What's his? Oh, Steve.
Yeah. Ian Ziering, I think is his name.
Ian Ziering.
He's in it. And, gosh, what's the little blonde? She was so popular.
Kelly.
She's in the Shark. She plays his wife or ex-wife in the Sharknado movies.
Well, Rob, my mom and I watched this, and the things he was saying, it was just so funny. I can't even remember what it was. It was so long ago. But my mom still talks about how watching Sharknado with Rob was one of her favorite things to do. We were crying. We were laughing so hard. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but you can't quit watching it at the same time. Like, it's so stupid and so bad, but you just, like, keep watching it.
It's so funny, though. It's like, did that shark just snatch me out of the sky?
Yeah, I think it's Tara Reid. I think that's her name.
Oh.
In it with Ian. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Was she on American Pie? Anyway. And at the very end, Mykelti and Tony see what's like starting to form as a funnel cloud. And it's probably pretty far off in the distance because it looks like they're in the middle of the country. It's not like in North Carolina where you don't have that much visibility. Like if you see the funnel cloud, it's pretty close. To me, it looked like they were seeing it, but it was pretty far off.
Yeah.
And then the hail starts and they're like, oh my gosh, what's hail? Like we get hail a few times a year.
Gosh, I'm telling you.
And then I started looking up things. So they do have earthquakes in Utah. So what do the Carolinas have that Utah doesn't? Well, we also have the earthquakes. We have more tornadoes. We have hurricanes. So yeah, all those fun little things. We don't have snowstorms. I don't know. Well, I guess they do in some parts of the state. We don't on the coast.
They will in North Carolina.
They will.
I have friends that live at the foothills of,
It's really just the coast that doesn't get it.
Well, we
like
got
the low country.
We got snow last year.
Yeah, in 11 years I've had it twice.
I know. When we were up closer to Charlotte, it was much more common to get at least
in January
one snow every year. Yeah.
In Charlotte, and that's where they are.
Yeah.
We don't remember they're in Charlotte. Yeah, they'll have Carowinds. They're right there by the amusement park.
Gosh, yes.
They can have so much
There's
fun.
so much stuff in Charlotte to do.
They can go to the Whitewater Rapids Center and go like kayaking and zip lining, my least favorite thing to do because I'm terrified. There's an IKEA. They can go walk around IKEA on Saturday. It's like a 3-hour adventure. I miss IKEA. They can go to wine festivals. They can go to concerts. They have so many great concerts at the amphitheater. Hornets games. So pro football, pro basketball. I saw Madonna in Charlotte. That was fun. Anyway, they'll have a great time. They'll love Charlotte. It's a great place to raise a family. It's not fun to be single there. But if you watch Love is Blind Charlotte, you'll understand why. Exactly like that. But it's a great place to raise a family. Kody and Robyn. I don't blame Kody for wanting to leave that house. He remembers getting the phone call that Garrison died there. And I can see how that would be very traumatic.
Right.
I wouldn't want to stay either.
Yeah, I get it.
So he also says that having a bigger house, he thinks truly would come if there's more room for her, like if she had her own space, which is thoughtful.
How is there not room for her in that house? That house is huge. What is it, like 5,000 square feet or something?
Close. It's like over like 4,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Their grown kids are like in college now, which with Gabe and Garrison, it was like they can get out. Why don't you move one of them out so that your little girl can have a room? When things don't make sense, it's because something's being manufactured. It might be the edit, and it might just be that Cody's a dick. And then he gives Robyn the magic words, which is, let's find the house that you want. As long as I have space, I don't care. As long as it's big, let's go find the big house. Whatever you want, I'll be happy. That's like magic words to Robyn.
Yeah.
Good boy, Kody. You just told her to go get whatever big house she wanted. What a ride. We're going to find out next week if Jenn went and got that dude's number, bypassed the speed dating. Find out if Tony and Mykelti survived this tornado, this hail that was denting the window. Denting?
I think she probably meant to say denting
Cracking.
the hood and then cracking the window. And he was doing both.
We'll find out if David gets some boiled peanuts on his trucker drive. We'll be back tomorrow with 90 Day the Other Way. Wednesday, we will drop one of the 3 episodes for Love is Blind. Thursday, we'll drop the 2nd. And Friday, we'll drop the 3rd. And little update, Diddy got 4 years and 2 months. So, wasn't far off.
No,
I said
you
6.
weren't.
85% served, so that would have been about 5 years. So, not far. Anything to add to this? Exciting, sexy red blazer, speed dating, tornadoes, and Cody's smell episode.
Yeah, they've covered a variety of stuff in this episode, you gotta admit.
But really, they covered nothing. We'll see you guys tomorrow with 90 Day Hunt for Love. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Let's ride.
Tune in, don't delay.